guys, welcome back to the Ponchak preview. Today is day 22 of our NTI learning, and we're going to start the actual planning of our own personal narrative. So you guys, if you downloaded this stuff from the school website, or if you're just doing this online, you'll have this information for you. But this is just the fun cover sheet that you don't really need, but it's cute. So this is our own personal narrative. You guys, I gave you kind of the assignment over the weekend to be thinking about something in your life that made an impact on you. An event that you have gone through, okay? A lot of you might be like, well, I want to write about my grandma. Okay, well, your grandma is probably awesome and did some great things with you in her life or your life, but that would be a memoir. What we're going to write about is an event. A personal narrative is about one event that changed you. I read my personal narrative about running a marathon. That event of me running that marathon changed me, made me realize I can do more than I realized I could or that I thought I could. And that was the takeaway. So you at some point need to figure out, what did you learn from this experience? And I'm going to be honest, you probably don't realize what you learned from this experience yet because you didn't really reflect on it. And so that's what you're going to do when you write this narrative is, what did you learn from this? What did you take away? What big thing did you learn about yourself because of this situation? And your personal narrative can be about an exciting time, a happy time. Maybe it was when you went to Disney and your takeaway is about spending time with family. Maybe it was not as happy. Maybe it's about your family's divorce and that you learned that you have to rely on your sister or your brother, or that you're stronger and that you know that you can work through it. Or maybe it's like in 11 when she learns that she needs to speak up for herself. Or in Circuit, maybe in Circuit what he learned about himself is that when he went to his teacher and he spoke up for the first time, that he doesn't know how to read, and that through that having a little bit of self-confidence made him realize that there are people out there who care about him. Going forward with you, maybe it's your first day of 6th grade and you met your new best friend, or maybe it is you think back maybe in kindergarten. That might be hard because you might not remember all of that right away, but your best friend, meeting them in kindergarten. Now, what I just brought up was, it cannot be something that you don't remember. Oh, when I was 1, my mom said I did. Okay, but you don't remember it. Your parents do. Your parents could write a memoir about when you were 1. That's fine, but that's not your personal narrative. Your personal narrative is your thoughts, your emotions, things that you said. It is about you, that you remember. It cannot be about something that somebody else told you. So you hopefully picked something. We've talked about broken bones and how that could change, that maybe you should not be so stupid and more careless or careful when you're jumping off of things. I've had students write that. I've also had students who have picked really hard situations. Like one girl one year wrote about when her mom got arrested, and that was something that really changed her. So I'm not asking you to write your deepest, scariest things that happened in life. Feel free to. I love that writing is a great outlet for people. But it can be something that's happy. It can be the birth of your baby sister. It could be the birth of a cousin that you're really close with. It could also be like when your parents get married. I know that that's a really good one. That's a popular topic for a lot of students, is when your stepdad gets introduced and he is somebody who really changed your life, or your stepmom, whatever it might be. These are great examples of personal narratives that impacted you. So hopefully over the weekend you figured out your topic. Okay, so that's where we're going to be at today, is starting with our topic. So you're going to write your topic in the middle. Okay, I will find mine and show you, because I did this. I did all of this with my classes in the past. So, okay, I picked mine and I said running my marathon. Okay, and now I only stopped a little bit with it because I wanted to get everybody going. But then you're going to go through and you're going to answer these questions on the outside. So when did it happen? So this was October 9th, 2016. So that was how long ago this was. Oh, wow, that was only 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago. I feel like that was like forever ago. Okay. Where did it happen? In Wichita, Kansas. Okay. Moving on. Why did the experience impact me? So what I would put there is that it was really hard. Like you'll find out if you don't know already. I tore my meniscus in the middle of it. I thought I couldn't do it. It was a really rough day for me. And it was like months of training leading up to it. So that was a pretty big impact on me. How did you change? I realized that I can do more. I'm stronger than I realized I was. That I found out I was determined, that if I put my mind to it, I can do it, like those type of things. So like, let's say that it is your parents' divorce. How did it change you? It made you realize that you are you're tougher, that you like you grew from it. You like, it could be even that you don't want to be like that. It could be that you and your sister got stronger from it, whatever it might be. What did you learn? That kind of goes with this. Who was involved in the experience? So these are the characters that are going to be announced. Characters. It's a true event, so it's not necessarily characters, it's people. So maybe it's your sister. This would be, for my story, as my husband, my kids, Johnny Freedom, which if you didn't hear, he was somebody who ran with me. What happened? These would be simple. Ran a marathon, got injured, but didn't quit. Like, this is pretty simple, okay? So this is part of day one. Should take about 10 minutes to do this, especially if you've already thought of an idea. Then the next step that you're going to do is putting the events in order, okay? Putting the events in order. So topic for me would be running my marathon. And actually, let me see if I can find this page. Okay, here it is. Papers are falling over here. Okay, so here, running my marathon, where I'm starting is the starting line. Notice that it didn't start when I woke up. Oh, I brushed my teeth. Like, okay, we don't want a timeline. We don't want I was born and I woke up, the sun came up. I mean, if that's where it starts, that's okay. But I want you to, like, this should be more specific. Okay, so I'm at the starting line. A great conversation with Larry, and I don't mention Larry by name in the story, but he's the silvered hair gentleman that I talked to. The gunshot, which is the starting of the running, not like a legit gun. It's the gun that they start. It's like a pop sound. Here by myself and feeling good, feeling great, got this going. Johnny Freedom joins me. We're laughing a lot. I start to break away from him about mile 20. My knee is hurting, doubting myself. My friend Faith comes along and cheers me on, and then finish strong. Lesson I learned: I am stronger than I think I am. Okay, so this is kind of what you're going to do. You're going to go through and you're going to pick out 10 events from start to finish. Chronological order. Don't be like, I woke up, I went to bed. Be specific to your event. Okay, so that's what you're doing today. And also, I have attached on today's lesson the rubric, because if you're going to start writing, you kind of need to know what you're writing about. And this is what we're going to be scoring you on. So if you want to know if you're following along and doing everything right, follow the rubric. Rubric will always be given to you. Focus on the 3s and the 4s. Don't focus so much on the 1s and the 2s. When you do not go and write the whole thing today. Take it step by step. I can tell those of you who write it in one day and those of you who trust the process and take the time it needs. Like, if you have a really good meal, like, let's compare meals here. Fuji's, my favorite restaurant, okay? Japanese steakhouse. They cook it all in front of you. Sometimes, I mean, it's not a super long wait, but it's right in front of you. You see them. They have a process. They bring out the egg roll, and my kids love that. They cook the fried rice. They cook the meat, and they usually pick which meat they're going to cook first, so that it cooks well enough. And then they do the vegetables, and then they do this, and it's this big drawn-out process. But man, it tastes so good. Or do I just want a McDonald's burger that's given to me like this? It's okay. No, I want Fuji's. I want the Japanese steakhouse, the big plate that's in front of me that took a long time to cook. Trust the process. Do the pre-writing. Do the step-by-step. Don't just go and do it. All right? I don't want a McDonald's personal narrative. I want a Japanese steakhouse personal narrative that takes its time and works it out in front of you. Okay? So today, go and do your pre-write. Can't wait to hear what you guys come up with. I'll see you at the Zoom.